All right, number 3, we need to isolate tangent squared of x first. So I'm going to start by adding this constant over to the other side to get rid of it. So I've got 6 tangent squared of x is equal to 6, and then I divide out that coefficient of 6. Do to one side, do to the other. So now I've got tangent squared of x is 1. And remember, I've got to isolate the tangent x completely. So to get rid of the square, I take the square root. Now remember, when you take the square root as a step in solving, you have to make sure you put that plus or minus in front of it. Okay, so we've got tangent of x is positive or negative 1. So when we think about our unit circle, we can't eliminate any quadrants to say, oh, well, tangent's positive here and it's negative here, because this one's wanting to give the answers for both positive and negative 1. So you're thinking about all 4 quadrants. However, we go back to when we were looking for solutions, when we solve for sine and cosine and their reciprocals. Remember, we give the solutions all the way from 0 to 2 pi, but when we are solving for tangent or cotangent, we only give the solutions for tangent between 0 and pi. If you go back and look at our notes, watch that video on notes, it explains that we are only giving that because once we go past that, if you picture the graph of tangent, the period of a tangent function is just pi, and then it repeats itself again. And the period for sine and cosine is 2 pi. So that's why we give the solutions for those all the way from 0 to 2 pi. So I'm only going to give the solutions here from 0 to pi. So I am going to narrow it down to quadrants 1 and 2. But it's not because of the positive or negative. Tangent is positive in 1 and negative in 2, and I'm going to give answers for both because it can be positive or negative 1. Okay, so tangent is 1 at your 45-degree reference angle, okay, which would be 45 and 135 in quadrant 2, or in radians, which we're giving our solutions in, that would be pi fourths and 3 pi fourths. How about that? Same answer again.